Good evening. I'm Buck. This is Lynn, my wife. We're the ones that created the well. We created the well because we planned on starting Bible studies here at the house. If you're interested, contact us on our Facebook pages, which are connected to the well site, or if you've probably seen it through one of our pages, one of our Facebook pages. Well, I'm not exactly sure why we're making the video tonight, other than to let you know that who we were and pretty much a little bit about us. I'm 54 and I've been was a truck driver for 20 years, and met her 2010 for the second time. The first time she was a good family friend, and if you want to hear the real story about that, you got to come to Bible study. But pretty much 20 years later, the Lord told my mom, well, my Lord led my mom to her at Giant Eagle, to where she got the phone number for me to call. And I was sitting at home one night, pretty much, I was pretty sickly then too, and I was pretty much at my mom's house waiting to die. Well, my mom didn't think it was time for me to go yet, and she thought I needed a friend. So she gave me the number, and she said, "You call Lynn, you need to call her tonight." And I told her, "I'll think about it." She said, "Either you call her or I will." Well, I called. It's been heaven ever since. We started talking on the phone. We talked for roughly about 2 weeks or so. Then my sister ended up in the hospital, and her mom was in the hospital. So I went to visit my sister and to walk over and visit her mom and her in the hospital. And pretty much we've been together since. That following Saturday, we agreed that her mom was coming home. I agreed to come over, and we were going to do some things around the farm, get some stuff done that needed done and attention, and didn't have a lot of attention until then, because it was just impossible for her to take care of her mother and the farm at the same time. So I'm going to let her say a little bit if she wants about it.
My name is Lynn. I'm 45 years old. The farm here was my grandparents. They've since passed away. We've had a Christmas tree business for 48 years. Where we're intending on having the Bible study is actually for now going to be at our home. My parents built the house that we're living in now back in 1964. It's sort of pretty much in the center of the farm. But I've lost all my family. My mom, at the time that we got Buck first called, it was a year to the day, and she had been diagnosed with cancer. And that was in January of 2010, and we lost her, well, we're coming up on 6 years actually, here in a few weeks, that my mom, she lost her battle with cancer, but she went home to be with the Lord. So I have comfort in that. And we both feel that through different people that have asked, and Buck and I have both had a calling. The Lord called us to work. We're not in His ministry somehow, and this is part of it. We've had different requests. I had led a Bible study, I want to say a little over a year ago, and finally I had to stop it temporarily because Buck's health sort of took a turn. But he's doing so much better. Yeah, that's an understatement. But
yeah,
needless to say,
that's another story for the Bible study too.
Yes. But needless to say that we're very interested in doing this. Again, like he said, if you're interested, please let us know, and attend. And two, we're sort of going to get together with everybody and see what would suit everyone best.
We chose the day of Thursday because it suited some people we had talked to about this. But we're willing to start and have multiple days to do this. Go ahead, Deez. That's our dog Diesel. And if you don't lift the cords, he'll walk right through them. But we decided to do Thursdays just to get started because of some people that we were talking to that were interested in it. But we're willing to do 2 days, 3 days if the Lord leads us to it, 4 days, 5 days, however many days it takes to get, well, just pretty much whatever the Lord leads, that's what we plan on doing. Like I said, you can send messages on our Facebook pages. I also have a YouTube channel, which I don't do a whole lot on. This video may go on the YouTube channel, but yeah, I feel after her and I got together, the April after we got together, I ended up in the hospital with chest pains, and I believe I was healed of what was ailing me prior to coming here. I had I can't even remember what they call it, congestive heart failure, and they told me that I needed monitors and all this in order to do anything. So pretty much they told me that what the conditions I had that started in 09, in 2010 in April, I no longer had those same conditions. My heart was pumping, no signs of congestive heart failure or anything. So I feel I was healed, and Lynn and I got together, and we feel like she said, we feel we were called into the ministry of the Lord, and we feel it's just to do whatever He tells us to do. And I believe this Bible study is one thing. Now you got to understand, as of probably 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks roughly at the most, it was a Monday morning, I woke up and no longer needed pain pills, going from 3 pain pills a day down to none, and not to mention emotional as all get out. I've never cried in my life until that day, and pretty much the same. I've been pretty much the same ever since. I feel the Lord brought me out of wherever I was at, or healed me, however you want to put it. I was either depressed, in a real bad depressed state because of my illness, and I believe that I was becoming hooked on the pain pills, and I believe the Lord brought me out of it that Sunday that our adopted daughter came and told us that she wanted to start going to church. Well, she had said that the following previous Sunday. So she went to church with her that Sunday that I'm talking about, and she come home and she told us what she had said in a Bible study, or a Sunday school, excuse me. And it was like, holy moly, this is prayer answered. And then she proceeds to tell me that, okay, what she said was that she wanted to be like Lynn, that she wanted to become the woman that Lynn was. And I about bawled my eyes out. Then she proceeds to tell me it's not enough. She lifted my heart out of the basement with that statement. Then she goes and tells me that her and her fiance want their relationship to be like Lynn and mine. Lynn and mine. Lynn and I? Lynn and I's. And it's like, wow, that's 2 answered prayers there. Because you got to understand, we prayed that we were doing the Lord's will. Even during my sickness, we were praying that we were doing right. we were letting his light shine through us. Yet, even though I was dealing with what I think it was a form of depression, or I'm not exactly sure what it was, or whether it was a true illness that he just healed me of. But it's been awesome. I feel like I'm on fire again. I'm up, I'm moving. You ask Eric, who is my adopted son, who is Kayla's fiance, who is the one that told me Sunday that they weren't. You ask him. He called Monday and asked me how I was doing, and I answered him with just answered the phone, and he said, "Hey, how you doing?" I said, "Oh, great." And he actually stuttered on the phone. And when he got here, he says, I missed a gear. And he just never heard me say that for a while. It's been a long time. I was very sick, or depressed, whichever you want to call it. But I think it was the illness. I believe the Lord healed me again. And I've been going ever since. I've been in blue jeans every day since that day. And before that, for about 2 years, you didn't see me in anything but shorts or sweatpants. No more sweatpants. It's going to be blue jeans, working clothes. Because I made my mind up that Sunday, and the Lord put it on me, that I was sitting in the house, that I was holding him back from what he could do through me because of the way I was dealing with my illness and everything, and he just brought me out of that. And it's been one day after one, blessing after another every day here. And so that's why we're doing the Bible study.
And it is directly not out of a book; it's out of the Bible. No books that man has written.
Well, I don't think you should call it Bible study anything, but unless it comes out of a Bible. If it's not out of a Bible, then it's just a book. It's a book study. We want to have the true Word of God. We want to study that with others, and we want to learn with other people, and we want to hear your story. Hear a little bit about you. We basically want to get a group of people that are going to be there for one another, to love the Lord, and willing to learn from the Bible. Even if you don't know the Bible now, please just come. Just come and sit. Just say, "Hey, I'm not ready to participate. I just want to watch." You're more than welcome to come here and just sit and listen. Because if the Lord wants you, He's going to get you whether you're just sitting there listening or not. He proved that to me, because I thought I was sitting in the house hiding from the world because I wasn't feeling good, and I felt like, how can He use me as sick as I am? I could hardly walk. Lynn had to push me around in a wheelchair, and now I'll get up and dance here in a minute if you want me to, but I'm not going to. It's too late. My knees hurt. But you come and see. I mean, and ask. Eric will be there. Kayla will be there. Hopefully, Tyler will be there. You can ask him. He and Devin. They're all our adopted children. You can ask them. So
we both love the Lord very much.
Very much.
And we want to share with others and learn. And if you have questions, we want to answer them. Or if things come up or topics that you're not sure about, we can all learn and study together. And the more we know, the closer we will be with the Lord, and the closer we are with the Lord, our walk will be better, and we can help share the many blessings that God...
The many blessings, the peace that only the Lord can give you. Well, it's showing me that I got a low battery, so I'm going to have to end this for now. So all I gotta say is may the Lord bless you and keep you, and may you know the love of the Lord that only He can give you. And we'll see you at the study.